Pastime. The Negro Leagues not only innovated the sport, it captivated audiences.
Now the star power of its players is finally getting its rightful place in the record book. CBS News' Aundrea Cline-Thomas has more on how Major League Baseball is finally catching up.
The game where the Negro athlete has left a bright mark.
2020 marked the centennial anniversary of the Negro Leagues.
It was faster, it was more daring, a different kind of athleticism that was going on the field that you didn't see as often in Major League Baseball.
The story of ingenuity, resilience, and sheer talent is now on display at the Yogi Berra Museum in Montclair, New Jersey. The exhibit is on loan from the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City, Missouri.
If this is our country's pastime, it seems like it has to be inclusive of everyone.
While Jackie Robinson broke Major League's color barrier in 1947, decades later, not every aspect of the game was integrated until now.
We made a mistake. We acknowledge it. This is not merely an act of contrition, but a matter of reconciliation.
As a result, Major League Baseball is now working to incorporate Negro League stats from 1920 to 1948 into the official record.
I heard it on the news like most of us did, and I was bowled over.
Larry Doby Jr.'s father, who he's named after, was a hard-hitting second baseman for the Newark Eagles in the 1940s. Larry Doby Sr. became the second black player to enter the big leagues only 3 months after Jackie Robinson and spent most of his time in Cleveland. He's one of 4 people to play in both the Negro Leagues and Major League World Series. Now his entire career milestones will be side by side with his white counterparts.
It justifies all those people who played in those leagues. The shame, obviously, is that there's nobody left, or extremely very few. That is the shame.
Now the work is being done to compare the statistics to determine which ones count, especially considering that the record keeping for the Negro Leagues was not entirely complete.
The record keeping in the 1920s was terrific. The record keeping in the 1940s was horrible.
Website SeamsHead.com compiled a database of Negro League stats Major League officials are now using to apply to the record.
They faced the discrimination where they couldn't eat in the restaurants and they'd have to send somebody in the back of the kitchen to get the food to bring to the bus because they couldn't eat in the hotels. They faced all that, but they did it together.
How could a number even begin to account for the hardships Negro League players boldly and bravely endured?
What do you think that he would say?
He would have said about time, or I think he would have said, you know, you're not telling me anything I didn't know.
An overdue reckoning for baseball, not thousands of players who knew their worth and had already solidified their place in history. Aundrea, Cline-Thomas, CBS 2 News.
As Black History Month continues, you will see a series of stories here on CBS 2 News. You can also find more reports on CBSNewYork.com.